freedom and our great nation's independence. Before we get started, I would like to make a few announcements. Please help us keep Fort Rucker clean during the celebration by placing your trash in one of the many trash cans located throughout the festival grounds. Our Wiregrass team would be very grateful as they will be cleaning up at the end of this event. In the event of a lost child or the occasional lost parent, the Lost Child tent is located at the command post directly across the field from the main stage. Soldiers wearing maroon t-shirts will assist you. In addition, the Lost and Found is located in our command post directly across the field from the main stage. You may claim or drop off any items at any time. Finally, if you need any assistance or have any questions, please locate an event staff member wearing a bright yellow t-shirt. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you have a great time. Please stand for the invocation by Chaplain Kellerson.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to pause for a moment of prayer on such a special occasion. Almighty God, as we celebrate our Independence Day, we come to you in thanksgiving for the United States of America. We are ever thankful for the many blessings of life, liberty, and freedom, and so many other gifts that are too countless to name. As we remember our nation's independence, we pause to thank you and ask for your blessing upon our gathering this evening. We pray that you'd keep this nation under your eternal care, that we may be a nation who defends peace and who is a blessing to others on this earth. Grant our nation's leaders wisdom, that they would lead us in the world as bearers of liberty and justice for all. For on this special occasion, we lift up to you all who serve in our armed forces, brave men and women who sacrifice and risk their lives for their country. We are also thankful, Lord, to come to you today, to be thankful for this Fort Rucker community and our supportive communities around us. Remind us and those who are far away that we remember those who are now deployed, those who are on this day sailing, flying, or walking in harm's way. Keep them always close to you. For all these gifts, we give you thanks for the blessings that we've received. Grant that we would be a light and beacon of freedom to the entire world. In your most holy presence we pray. Amen.
Please be seated. Under the leadership of Steve Lowry, the historic Color Guard unit is comprised of members of the 15th Alabama Infantry Reenactors. They carry historic American flags and don uniforms spanning America's military history, from the Revolutionary War to the Vietnam conflict. These volunteers have participated in Fort Rucker's Independence Day celebrations for many years and remain a valuable addition to the festivities. The historic Color Guard reminds us of heroes past and those soldiers engaged in fighting today, soldiers away from their loved ones on this National Day of celebration, to guard our liberty from enemies around the world and who are determined to undermine our way of life. Freedom isn't free, and as a military community, Fort Rucker and also all of you from the Wiregrass area know the cost involved in keeping the United States of America, along with many other parts of the world, free. It is our nation's service members and their families who for 240 years stood and continue to stand at the front lines protecting the freedoms Americans and the majority of the world enjoys today. The 50th anniversary Vietnam War commemoration flag is carried by Jack Holmes as part of a 3-year Army program to pay tribute to more than 3 million American servicemen and women who left their families to serve bravely a world away from everything they knew and everyone they loved. If you're a Vietnam veteran, please stand or raise your hand to be recognized. Thank you for your service and welcome home. At this time, we ask everyone to please stand and remove your hats for the posting of our national colors by the United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence Color Guard under the leadership of Staff Sergeant Aaron Perry, and remain standing to render the proper honors during our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for the retiring of our national colors. Please join me in a round of applause for our historic color guard. Please be seated. It is my great pleasure to introduce our host for this evening, the Commanding General of the United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence in Fort Rucker, Major General Michael D. Lundy.
All right, so I guess I've got it. Well, first we're gonna recognize some of our sponsors first off. So if we can have them come up.
At this time, I would like to invite Ray Gensel, Sonny Moore, and Layman Ryan to join us on the stage.
Yeah, I'll tell you, as we do these events, and this is really a big deal for Fort Rucker and certainly the Wiregrass, the volunteers that help us and the sponsors that help us put this on for our soldiers and our families and the community here, we couldn't do it without them. And we certainly want to thank Army Fleet Services, Sikorsky, and AT&T for being huge sponsors this year to be able to help us put this on. So we've got some recognition awards for them to be presented.
On behalf of Fort Rucker, we would like to thank you for your support of Freedom Fest 2015. Without you, Freedom Fest would not be possible. We appreciate your dedication and continued support of our soldiers and their families. Freedom Fest Patriot sponsor Sikorsky, Mr. Ray Gensel. Freedom Fest fireworks sponsor Army Fleet Support, Mr. Sonny Moore. Freedom Fest Patriot sponsor AT&T, Mr. Layman Ryan. Thank you again for all your support. Can I please have one last round of applause for our sponsors?
Yeah, as we celebrate the 239th birthday of our nation and think about the sacrifices of those that have come before us, I really first want to recognize a very special group that we have with us today, and that's the families of our fallen. So please, let's give them a round of applause for the sacrifices that they've made for our nation and for their soldiers, Marines, sailors, and airmen. We also have wounded warriors here, and we also have families that have soldiers that are deployed. And as we think about those soldiers, those Marines, those airmen, those sailors that are forward defending our nation, our way of life, please keep them in your thoughts and your prayers for a safe return to their families. again, thank you for coming out tonight. It's a great evening. Mother Nature is going to help us out, I think, here with a very cool evening, which will be nice. And we'll avoid the rain and the thunderstorms, hopefully. But really appreciate all of you coming out. Enjoy the show tonight. As usual, we have the biggest and the best in entertainment. And, as I told the band last year, my daughter always asked me, why don't we have big name entertainment, until she saw the band and she said, we don't need big name entertainment. They're really kick-ass. She didn't say they kick-ass, I did. But, so we've got a kick-ass band tonight. So you guys enjoy the show, have a great time, and then after the fireworks, please drive safely and have a great 4th of July. Remember what this weekend's about while you're enjoying time with your family. And remember those that are out there protecting our way of life. So thanks again, above the best, and you guys had the show.
For you, mamas and grandmamas love you, 'cause that's all they know how to do. You never plan on the bombs and the sand, or sleeping in your dress blue. Your wife said this all would be funny when you came back home in a week. You turned 22 and we'd celebrate you in a bar or a tent by the creek. Your baby will just about be here. Your very last tour will be up, but you won't be back there all dressing in black, drinking sweet tea and styrofoam cups. Mamas and grandmamas love you. American boys hate to lose. You never plan on the bombs and the sand, or sleeping in your dress blue.
This is it, Karen.
gymnasium's ready for the flowers and old legionnaires. Nobody showed up to protest, they just sniffled and stared. There's red, white, and blue in the rafters. There's silent old men from the cold. What did they say when they shipped you away to give all in some god-awful war? Nobody here could forget you. You showed us what we had to lose. You never planned on the bombs and the sand, or sleeping in your dress blues. Oh, you never planned on the bombs and the sand, or sleeping in your dress blues. You never planned on the bombs and the sand, or sleeping in your dress blues. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, a round of applause for our Gold Star families. They've sacrificed so much for our freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Commanding General of the United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence, welcome to the 2015 Freedom Fest. We are Crossfire! Sweet emotion, sweet emotion. You're talking about things that nobody cares, and we're not things that nobody will. Ah, you're calling my name, but I gotta make clear, I can't say baby well being here. Oh! Yeah! A sweet mama with a face like a jail. Yeah, just let me get up and go, must have got up and win. Oh, God goodness, she's a real good liar. Oh, backstage boogies and your pants on fire. Yeah.